Guys, in this video, we're going to try and get my brand new sand buggy running for the first time and take it out for a little blast. Want to make some extra cash so you can buy more toys, quit your job, go on more holidays, or maybe build a monster truck? I've got you covered. Check out my course in the description and I'll show you how to make 100k profit a year. So here's the car. It's a YQW sand buggy. It's a rolling car, which means there's nothing in there. It's ready built. This is how it comes, but it needs all the electrics installing. So the electrics that I'm going to be putting in this is this EcoBoost servo, a Raystar brushless system. I'm going to be running it on this ZOP power LiPo. I've been using these for a couple of months now, or probably a bit longer than that, on my X-Max. Loads of power, dirt cheap, 4-cell LiPo, and I'm going to be using this radio. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys to death with all the specs of all this stuff, but what I will do is put some links to all of this stuff down below, then you can sit there on your own time and sort of go through this stuff. I just want to quickly mention that this servo is dirt cheap, and I mean dirt cheap. And it's got loads of torque, it's got loads of speed, it's all metal geared, fully metal cased, and I'm excited to see how good this thing is, because normally, if something's too cheap, it's normally too good to be true. So let's have a quick look inside and get all this other stuff unboxed. So this here is the brushless system that I'm going to be putting in this thing. So it comes with a ESC 120 amps, and this is 4S capable. And here we got the motor. So here's the radio that I'm going to be running, and these guys are dirt cheap, and for the money you get so much radio. So these are 6-channel. It's got all different channels here, so you can have different servos, you can have lights, gear change, depending on what your model is. And when you look at the receiver, this has actually got a gyro in there. So for some of you guys that like drifting and sliding the back end around, this makes it 10 times easier. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys with doing this install as a step-by-step guide. I'm just going to give you a few clips as we go through. So there is a video on this channel where I did a full unboxing of this car and I'll show you it in more detail. And as I said, guys, all the links to all the stuff's going to be down below, so you can see all the specs, all the specifications, prices, and all that stuff down there. So let's stop waffling and get all this stuff installed. So the car comes with a little bag, and in there you get the screws and the pinion and stuff that you need in order to fit all this stuff into the car. All right, so the motor is going to screw up inside here. The servo goes in there, receiver in there. The ESC, I think, I don't really know where they want you to mount it. I mean, they've put this cable in here, like an extension lead that comes through here. So I'm guessing their planned location for the ESC is in here. But there's no room. It's kind of got this body mount here in the way, and there's not really much I can do about that. But there is some room up front here, and I think that ESC is going to fit there perfectly. But anyway, guys, I'm going to install all this stuff now, and then I'm going to get you back on when I've got something cool to show you. All right, so I've got it all plugged in now. I've got it kind of in place where I want everything to be. So next I've got to plug it in, make sure that it works, and also to center up the servo. Because when we bolt this servo horn on, we want to make sure that the servo is in the middle position. Otherwise, when we first go to run it, the wheels might be all pointing like that. All right, let's put it on and hope it doesn't blow up. All right, so radio on. And I've got a different connection here on my LiPo to the speed controller, so I should really cut this off and solder on one of these. But for now, I'm just going to put this adapter in between. Switch you on. Alright, so the steering works. So what we want to do now is make sure that the steering trim is in the centre position. And then we can put the horn on, making sure that these wheels are as straight as possible. We're probably not going to get it perfect. That's when we can trim it afterwards. We want to get it near enough. So that's probably about as close as we can get it. So that's a little bit out. Oh my God, that servo. That is fast. And it's got some power. Guys, that servo has some serious speed and a lot of power. And this could be my new favourite servo. I mean, it's dirt cheap. So as my other servos burn out, maybe this will be my new favourite servo. We'll see. We'll have to test it out. We're going to have to see how reliable it is. But for the price, I mean, it's not much more than just a basic normal plastic geared servo. So even if it doesn't last long, it's still a bargain anyway. All right, let's give it a bit of power. Oh, wants to go backwards. So what we need to do is go into here And we need to find servo reverse. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so now we get full speed forwards and slow backwards. A little bit of trim on the steering there. We'll fine tune that when we get it out on the road. And I think we're pretty much good to go. So now I'm going to tidy up all the electrics, put this cover back on, and then we're going to put you back on and take it out for a little spin. All right, everything is installed, everything's screwed down. I've tidied up all the cables and it's ready to go. So I'm just going to charge the battery up and then we're going to take it outside and give it a little blast. Now, it doesn't look to be that fast, and the pinion gear on here is actually very small. But if you have a look at the motor mount, there's loads of room so we can gear this thing up. So even though I'm expecting it to be fairly slow in this video, look at this, guys. I've got a whole pot of pinions here. So there's no doubt in a future video, if this is slow, we're going to gear it up and make this thing fly. Alright, so before we go out, just one thing that I do want to address with this car is that although in the book they list every single spare part, when you actually try and find these spare parts, they can be a little bit difficult to find. And by doing a quick search on the internet, I couldn't really find many parts for this car. But the Menmax Racing Blitz is the exact same car, and if you actually do a search on Google for that, then you can find parts for that car. And there's parts on eBay, there's parts on Banggood, but you know, the spares are a little bit tricky to find. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, for me, if I'm going to go out and buy a brand new RC car, one of the #1 priorities is that you can find parts. There's no good having fun with your car, breaking it, and then you can't get parts. And that's one of the biggest factors what put me off on the armour cars, is that here in the UK, it can be very difficult to get hold of spares. That's been hanging on the wall here now for a couple of months and I can't use it because it's broken. Alright, enough waffling, let's go. Alright, on location. Because it's difficult getting spares with this, I'm not going to rag it too hard. We're going to give it a little blast anyway. Alright, how fast will it go? That's it, flat out. I'll race ya. Got a pat in the house with his arm on granite. Bad boy. 3, 2, 1, go! I beat ya! I beat ya! Wheel just fell off. Oh, wheel fell off. I've got the nut, but I've got no tools on me. Alright, so guys, I'm going to call it a day for this one. The wheels came off. I haven't got any tools on me. I should have checked them really before I put them on. Newbie mistake. But the tyres need gluing on as well. Look, they're glued on this side, I think, anyway, but they're not glued on this side. So we're going to put it back in the shop, and also I want to gear it up. It needs a bigger pinion on there. Oh, alright, so I've got to do a couple of little jobs on it. I want to put a bigger pinion gear on there and gear this thing up and get a little bit more speed out of it. Also, I've got to glue the tyres on because, they're falling off. And probably put a little bit of Loctite on the wheel nuts, or at least sort of do them up a bit tighter. But I tell you, what I'm most impressed about is this servo. So this is the Eco Boost by JX Servos. Absolutely dirt cheap, and the speed of this thing is absolutely crazy. Usually to get this sort of performance out of a servo, you're probably going to be looking at something sort of 50, 60, 70 pounds, dollars. So the price of this is unreal. I know I keep banging on about it, guys, but if you're looking for a decent servo at a good price, this could be the one. Now, reliability wise, obviously I don't know yet. I've not had it long enough. That was only the first run. I can only tell you from what I've used so far. And I've ordered some more of these as well, actually. So I've ordered like a higher torque one for the X-Max. So I'm going to put a link to this down below, guys, and there's going to be many more reviews on this and long-term testing over the next few weeks, months, or, you know, hopefully years. Car-wise, so far so good. Obviously not tested it enough yet and haven't tested it at speed and haven't bashed it. I'm a little bit reluctant to bash it just because the parts are not really the easiest to find for it. And to finish off this video, I'm going to put the review or the unboxing video on here now to save you having to go back and looking for it. Alright guys, enjoy the unboxing and we'll see you in another video soon. Subscribe. Alright, so it looks to be some kind of a sand racer. I did not know that this was coming. This completely took me by surprise. So looking at it, there's no electrics in there. I think it's probably 1/8 scale. So looking underneath, it's got a metal chassis. We've got 17mm hexes. We've got these pretty cool looking aluminium threaded shocks. Double wishbone suspension, front and rear. Steel drive shafts, aluminium hinge pin braces, and these arms, they look really substantial. And it also comes with this massive sticker sheet. It's almost like a wrap, and I think that's going to almost cover the whole entire car. So once that's all on there, that's going to look pretty cool. Alright, so to get the body off, there's one clip on here. I've just removed them because it took me a little while to figure out which clips you have to take off and which ones you don't. So you've got to remove the clip there, a clip there, a clip there, and the same on the other side. And then, once you pop these sides bits out, and the body will lift off the top like this. So it definitely looks like it's going to take a 1/8 scale power system, and everything does look kind of quite beefy. I mean, if we have a look at the chassis, batteries are flat on my calipers, but 4mm thick chassis. So here's the car on the Banggood website. I'm going to put a link to that down below. Alright, so all that we can do for now is put these stickers on. Oh, check it out, with all this stuff peeled off, it looks so much better already. But to get the stickers on, we're going to have to remove these screws, because otherwise the stickers are going to go over the screws and it won't look that great. Alright, so I'm going to put the rest of the stickers on and then we're going to have a quick montage. What power system I should put in there, what servo and what radio. So if you can have a little look on the Banggood website and just have a little look through there and see what kind of sort of budget gear I can get, what I could put in there, and then we're going to put it all together, take it out for a blast and see what this thing's made of. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks fairly durable, so I'm pretty excited. But for now, that is it for this video. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, bell button. I know it's a really short video. There's not really much more I can do until I get some parts. So have a look at some of my other videos that I'm going to put there, wherever. Alright guys, see you soon. Bye.